Underdogs are killing this World Cup.
Sounds like Pulisic is in.
Let's go. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Group stage of the World Cup is done, and we're getting into the knockout stage. My name is Rahul. I'm the host of T.F.D Talks Footy. Joining me now is Dr. Harjas Grewal from Canada and Arnold Mills. I don't know where he's traveling right now. Mills, where are you talking from today?
Oh no, I'm still in Delaware.
Oh, dang. Okay, how is Delaware doing today?
We're flooded. So
What?
much rain. So much rain, and like literally so many trees are down. So
Yeah. Well, me and Dr. Grewal are swimming in snow out here, not in water. So,
Wow. So none of us are doing well right now.
Yes. So let's talk more soccer. So Dr. Grewal, let's start with you. What's your standout observation from the group stages?
Parity, man, and upsets. Parity and
Yep.
upsets. Teams hanging around, and then big match day 3 games, and teams who had already qualified doing some resting of bodies and getting some unexpected results. I don't think anyone predicted any of these results. Our last podcast predictions are all completely off. So that's the story of this tournament. It's a wild match day 3. It was full enjoyment, but not great if you're gambling.
Yep. Mills, what's your takeaway from the group stages?
The future is now. There are so many young bucks here that are making a name for themselves, and some who we know, but some are actually breaking through in here. Gavi for Spain, Gavi and Pedri for Spain, Mbappe trying to be, hey, it's my time now. Like I said, where's Gakpo for Netherlands, who we're about to face. So many more young bucks are coming in. They're like 18, 19, 20. It's so amazing how much talent is out there in the world.
Yep. So my observations has been so far in the World Cup, if everyone put $100 on all the underdogs this World Cup, you are making more than $2,500. Insane.
Damn.
Underdogs are killing this World Cup, and again, first time we have 2 African countries.
We have 2 African countries and
2 Asian countries. So that is amazing.
And
that's
only 2 South American.
Yes.
Only 2 South American teams too. Yep. Oh my! What is this? This is it. We're in December, not March.
Yep. And then Germany got upset. Germany back-to-back World Cups, really disappointing. And I don't know. Germany has a lot of talent, so I think they have to do a Dust Reboot 2.0.
Dust Reboot 2.0.
Yep, that's good. Yes, so excited for the knockout stages. Before we get into knockout stages, let's touch upon some of the injuries happening around the soccer world in Qatar so far. So let's start with some of the main heavy hitters, Dr. Grewal. Since USA is playing Netherlands tomorrow, everyone's super excited in America right now. I hope Canadians can support the US since you're not in the tournament now. So let's start with the top 3 injured players in the US: Christian Pulisic, Josh Sargent, and McKinney. What's happening? What are the updates?
Sounds like Pulisic is in.
Let's go.
Yeah. So that's the best part. Sounds like it wasn't much. They called it pelvic contusion, so that's good for the United States. Sargent, we haven't gotten full confirmation he is out, but I'm gonna think he is. Probably some gamesmanship. Not gonna reveal any lineup decisions too early by declaring him out early. So I dove into a little bit in a separate video, but I do think he's gonna be out. And then for Weston McKennie, I think he's going to be available to at least some extent for the squad.
Okay.
And we'll see what they decide. If he starts, can he play the full game? And if he doesn't start, when's he coming on? How many minutes are they expecting out of him? And you've got to prepare for potentially 30 extra minutes now, right?
Yeah, that's true. 30 extra minutes. And do you think McKinney would start or come in as a sub?
I got a feeling they're going to start him. I do think they're going to go all hands on deck. I think they're going to just put everybody out there and go for it.
Well, that's good news for US. 2 out of 3 top players are back. I hope Josh Sargent could come in, but I would rather have him play fully fit instead of coming back too early and getting injured again. Let's talk about some of the other. Oh my God! Talking about the other team against the US, the Dutch. I heard there was a flu break amongst the locker room, and we don't know like a full extent of the report. Mills, like, can you like were you able to dig into information about the Dutch team?
Yeah, I was able to find out that there is a mini outbreak of influenza A amongst the Dutch national team. Now, they still got in a light training session today,
Hmm.
but many of their players, some key, were even tested for influenza. We don't know, like you said, we don't have details about who may have it, who may not, but that's why they didn't have a full session, because they didn't want it to spread further.
Okay. So Dr. Graywall, like, what's the effects of this? Like, they play tomorrow, like the first game. So, what? How is it going to affect? Like, also these players are so fit. How do they get the flu? Like, shouldn't they like fend it off? Like, I don't know. I'm talking like a dumb person
Mm.
right now, but explain to us, please.
Oh man, it can get anybody, unfortunately, and it can knock you down pretty hard, right? We saw lots of athletes speak about when they had COVID. I can't remember the name of the player, but there was a Vikings lineman who ended up in hospital with COVID and
Yep.
stuff too. So you know what? Influenza can hit you like a truck. So regardless of their fitness and their young age and probably lack of other health issues, it can still hit you pretty hard. And in a sport like soccer, it'll make a big difference, right? If you're
Mhm.
gassed and you're not fully energetic out there. So I think it's an extreme advantage for the Americans. For people who follow basketball as well, we saw how bad the Suns were when they were supposedly
Uh
sick
huh.
in their game 7, right, in
Ooh,
this past year's
yeah.
Yep.
playoffs. So I think it's a huge leg up, and I think we talk about lots of other things, but I think this is probably going to be the biggest factor going to that game tomorrow.
Dang. I hope it's an advantage for the US. So, do you think like that kind of like changes the game tactics? Like maybe US goes for a more faster game, like change. I don't know. Does that
I don't know.
matter
It
or
depends if you got extra info that makes them think they're really going to be banged up, right? Like, is it like one
yeah,
or two guys? Is it like the third string keeper? Like, who's actually involved, right? So I don't know if you can really just bank on be like, oh, I think Virgil van Dijk's just going to be gassed out there and not be able to
yeah,
perform, right?
yeah, that makes sense. So the tomorrow's other game is Argentina and Australia. Couple of injuries in the Argentinian, but the one sticks out is Angel Di Maria. I know, Dr. Graywall, you made a video. Any other updates on him? I know he's kind of doubtful for this game.
I I I, I think Di Maria is going to feature. I just don't know to
Okay.
what extent. It's obviously a load management situation for him, so all the basketball and Kauai fans are well familiar with that term. Um, if they do decide to hold him out, like if they're comfortable with how things are going in Australia, let's say they're planning to bring him off the bench, kind of super sub role. They're up two
Yeah.
nothing in the 60th minute. Maybe they say, you know what, we're not gonna, we're just gonna keep you. I think we're cruising through to the quarterfinals. Then maybe we don't see him. That's situationally driven, but I think he is capable of being available for them. And if they need him, he will step onto that pitch.
Got it. On Sunday, we have the other two games for round of 16. France plays Poland, and England plays Senegal. Injuries kind of like in both France and England as well. I know France came into the tournament with all the main stars like ruled out. Uh, Mills, do you have any other injury updates on France?
Yes, one of their backup forwards, I believe his name is Marcus Thurman. Marcus Thuram, sorry, Thuram.
Ram.
He has missed multiple training sessions with gastroenteritis. That's pretty much just stomach flu. We don't know if it's viral or bacterial, but 9 times out of 10 it could be viral, because that's normally what people get. He's missed multiple training sessions. There's no timetable for him to come back. Also, Fafana, he also injured his ankle in the last game as well too,
Mm,
and also even Kylian Mbappe is dealing with some ankle soreness.
Hmm.
He's one of the favorites to win the Ballon d'Or, which is the
mhm.
best player in the World Cup. So yeah, a
Top
lot of
goal scorer.
injuries.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Dr. Grable, like talking about the ankle, I think Mbappe still starts because it's a knockout round. They have to go all in.
Mhm.
Um, I think is that like do soccer players like you played soccer like what like soreness kind of So it's a big
Yeah.
scale. It's a big scale.
Yeah, it is a big scale. Like soreness can be something you actually notice while still playing, or it's just what you notice as soon as the match ends, or maybe
Mhm.
in your first couple steps of warm up. It's hard to gauge what impact that's going to have.
Yeah.
I think you have to pretty much treat it as if he's fine. And
Yeah.
to be honest, like we're probably getting more media reports from certain teams because there's more media paying attention. Like there's probably someone with soreness on Japan, and there's probably someone with soreness
That is true.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like there's probably somebody on Senegal that has some level of soreness as well. But because they're the right back that nobody knows and they play in some league that nobody follows, we don't hear about it. So I think you have to pretty much treat it as this. We're seeing a
Yeah.
healthy Kylian Mbappe for France for as long as they
Yeah.
remain in this tournament.
I think like even with all the injuries France are dealing, they're going to be still favorites against Poland. Like I cannot see Poland beating France. But again, this World Cup's been crazy, right? So the next one on Sunday is England Senegal. I think it's going to be a tougher game than people think. Senegal is no pushover.
Mhm.
I know England has, again, I think it's the same injuries back and forth. Harry Kane and Walker. I think they're dealing with like a day-to-day basis. They're going to play, right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna play. I don't know how effective Kyle Walker is gonna be, probably because just a muscular issue and he's a pacey guy, so
Hmm.
you want him out there with full pace. But in terms of Harry Kane, I think he'll be able to play, right? Like he's definitely more of a poacher and a punter and just a finisher there in the box. So if he's
Hmm.
not fully fit to sprint, I think that's fine. But
Hmm.
he'll be there to bury chances if they arrive.
Got it. For the Monday matchups, I think the first one is Japan, Croatia, and Brazil plays South Korea. I think Brazil came up with a lot of injuries today. Mills, do you want to expand on that? I know you were mentioning in our pre-talk show.
Yeah, today, Brazil is like they're coming down with a lot of injuries, and they should be a little bit concerned. The number one overall seed should be a little worried with some red flags going up because, well, first some good news: they did get their center back Danilo. He had an ankle sprain. He returned to
Nice.
training, so that's good.
Mhm.
Also, they're monitoring Neymar and also Alexandro from that too. But they suffered two key injuries in this match against Cameroon. One is Alex Tellez. He had suffered a right knee injury and it looked pretty bad. And also Gabriel Jesus also suffered a right knee
Oh,
injury as well. And they are
Mhm.
both going for X-ray and MRI scans. And like
wow.
I believe their manager's name is Danny Alves. Danny Alves.
Yep, Danny
He
Alves.
um
Yep.
he even mentioned he said right now I have no information. We just have to
Mhm.
wait for
Mm,
the thing. And like if I saw the video, it looks like I'd say maybe
yeah.
possibly a grade 2 injury. So Brazil, little worried.
Gee, that's not great news. But what Brazil plays? Who do they play?
South Korea, Korea
South
Republic or
Korea.
South Korea. Yeah.
Yeah, South Korea. So I don't know. Brazil has enough talent. Like, so talking about Brazil, Dr. Grewal,
Yeah.
Neymar looks
Yeah.
like he started training today. It's like adding on to multiple injuries. Like, how is it going to affect Brazil?
So he was in the pool, I think, yesterday. I don't even know, such a
Yeah, I
weird
did see
time
that
change for
video.
me too,
Yeah.
being on the West Coast with the car. So I mean, is that 2 days ago now or whatever? So it's good because the pool's good, right? It's less weight. So we've all been in a pool, we've all been in water.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's like he's not putting full weight through that leg while he's doing some rehab work. So that's good. And then it sounds like he's progressing well. So I mean, ideally, they don't need him for the round of 16. They got a tough opponent. You have to
Hmm.
respect South Korea. They pulled off a
Yep.
result today against Portugal. But I don't think he plays. And I think Brazil's hoping that they don't need him to play.
Ooh,
And then they're going to be eyeing the quarterfinal for Neymar to be back.
dang. So maybe like have him on the bench and if needed, bring him on in the 60th, 70th minute.
Yeah, or like 119th if you're going to penalties, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
In those
that's
But
situations, yeah.
South Korea is not at not the top strength
yeah.
anymore.
They
They're
have
missing their
injuries
top
too.
center back. Yeah, they're missing their
Yeah.
top center back, Kim Min Jae. He has a right knee
Oh,
sprain. He has a right knee sprain,
Mm.
and also I believe Kim Hwang Rong, their left wing, he also has a hamstring strain. So
oh. Mills, did they confirm anything? Like, are they out for the game, or is it like more like the day-to-day
um
sports medical term?
Yeah.
said like Kim Jin Harong, he was able to start today, but Kim Min Jai actually did miss today's game, and they're saying he could be. So right now, he's doubtful for the game against Brazil in the round of 16.
Okay. So talking about the Tuesday matchups, the Tuesday Morocco plays Spain. Not too many injuries in that game. I think both teams are fully fit. I think it's going to be fun. Portugal, Swiss. I think Swiss is all hands on
Mhm.
deck. Portugal, Dr. Grable, your best player, number one crybaby, looks like it today.
Oh,
He
hey.
like walked out like, dude, like I like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a Man United legend, but you cannot get riled up by some South Korea player not paying respect to you. Like, who? He's not a godfather. Come on.
I know. I'm not. I'm gonna reserve comment because I gotta go watch it and read around it and soak in all the info. I'm not making some premature comments, but I guess it's not a good look. Let's put it that way. It's not a good look.
Yeah.
Not a good look. So I'm gonna go out and say it's okay. Like there's been a few videos that came up before the World Cup. Look, like him and Bruno Fernandez were getting into it.
Mhm.
Looked like there was a training issue, and then when I watched the full video, got the full context, it was kind of just like normal interactions. Like the microscope's definitely on him very hard. So I'm gonna go out there and try to see if there's some full context that explains this as just a normal interaction.
Of course, a Ronaldo sympathizer out here.
No,
Also,
no, I'm a little biased. I can't
okay,
take the glasses off. I can't take them off. I can't.
okay. He was released by United, and now he's potentially going to go play in Saudi Arabia
I
Yep.
for
know.
like
Al Nassr.
$209 million. You come on, how much his one Instagram post gets him millions of dollars? I have
I
no
know.
sympathy for
I
him.
don't understand
Like,
how you don't have enough. I know it's kind of a sellout move. I know. I know. When I heard that, I really hope it's not true. I really hope it's not.
I hope
I,
so
I
too.
think there's lots of clubs who would be willing to, take him on. Sure, it might not be Bayern, and it might not be Chelsea, and it
Mhm.
might not be obviously like Madrid or Juve. Although Madrid is interesting if Kareem Benzema's out
Yep.
for an extended period
Oh,
of
that's
time.
a
They
good
don't really
point.
have a backup for him.
That's a
But I
that's a really
think
good point.
Perez's ego is the only one that's bigger than Ronaldo's, and he will refuse to beg for someone to come back to Madrid.
I was
No,
also thinking. Go ahead, Bills.
no top club will touch him with a 39.5-foot pole.
Well,
Mhm.
we'll see.
There
But
might be a
We saw
mid-tier
the
club
interview.
who's
We
looking
saw
for
the
something.
interview.
Maybe
eh,
like maybe a Dortmund's like, man, we want to win a Bundesliga. Like we're tired of Bayern. And then there's a lot of these like mid clubs in Italy. There's your Milan
mhm.
clubs, and there's
But
Torino.
oh,
you know.
dude, imagine if he goes to Milan, him and Zlatan
Oh
together.
Or
no!
if you went to Inter,
Yeah, there you go.
right? That'd be quite the Milan derby.
Yeah, I was also thinking like maybe like both him and Messi can come to Inter Miami, and Beckham can give like 33% of the team to them, like ownership
Mm.
in the team.
Or if Messi goes to Miami, Ronaldo goes to PSG.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know about that. I
Maybe
don't. I don't.
they got the same type of
Mbappe,
owners as that
Neymar,
Saudi
and
club. They'll give
Ronaldo.
them that same money. PSG's pockets are deep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
He-
true.
uh,
Okay,
I would
let
love to see
okay,
PSG get that.
We're on a
guys,
tangent here.
let's get. We're on a way too time. Let's talk
No,
about PSG and club football like after the World Cup's done.
yeah.
Okay, let's get into some matchups and see like some of the bets I kind of like went through. I'll talk about the bets I like. Let's go for start with the first game. USA Netherlands. Let's quick hitters. Dr. Kewal, USA Netherlands. Who are you leaning towards?
USA 2-1 and extra time.
Okay, Mills.
Reverse of that. Reverse of that. The Dutch 2-1. They can't break down that back line of anchored by Virgil van Dijk. No.
Yeah. My heart says USA, but head says Netherlands. Okay, next one, Australia, Argentina. I think we can assume Argentina. Everyone.
Yeah,
I
no
think that's
upset.
pretty.
Man.
No
No
upset in
upset.
that one. Yeah.
No upset.
France, Poland. I presume that's the same.
A walk. A walk.
Oh.
I don't know. I think France pulls it in penalties, but I think that's
Okay.
a dicey one. I think Poland's got a lot of heart.
Yep. Okay.
France.
Okay.
France 4-0. France 4-0.
Okay. I'll bet you $10 on that one, Mills. France are not going to score 4 goals against Poland. Come on now. You got to be
Take it.
kidding me.
Easy money. Easy day. Easy money.
Senegal, England. I think that's a closer game. I think it's going to be like a 2-1 game. I think it's going to be a closer. It can go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if Senegal upsets England. Mills?
Yep, gotta go with the African side. Gotta go to the African side. It's gonna be 2-1. It's gonna be 2-1. Cisse is back from his concussion. He's gonna
Okay.
patrol that midfield. Yeah.
Okay.
Senegal.
Dr. Gaval?
I really hope Senegal wins, but I think England wins. It's gonna be like
Yeah,
1-0.
of course. You have to pay tribute to the Queen. You guys are owned by the Queen. Okay.
Gotta maintain my citizenship, okay?
Yeah, that is true. Japan, Croatia. Dr. Gaval.
Japan upset. That's my upset pick.
Oh, nice. Mills?
Why did I keep saying the upset? Japan is a very quality side. Japan 2-0.
Yeah, I like Japan in this game too. Next one, Spain, Morocco. Ooh.
That's the match. That's the match right there.
I want to go just small thing. Morocco, I don't know if any of you guys are analytics people, but they have the least amount of expected goals to make it to the round of 16. Like they are the luckiest team to make it. So I think I'm a believer in analytics. I think Spain pulls it through.
Okay. I'm a Spain guy. Okay. It's just so beautiful to watch Spain play, whether people like Spain or not. It is so beautiful. I think that is amazing soccer or football they play. Sorry about that. Next game, Switzerland, Portugal. Dr. Gable?
I don't know. Portugal hasn't won a knockout round game in the World Cup since 06. So all these World Cups, even with Ronaldo in his prime, and they couldn't make it out. I don't know. I honestly don't know. That one's a toss-up. I think that one goes to penalties too, and I'll say Portugal on penalties.
Okay, Melts?
Portugal and penalties. That's exactly what I have.
I so want Switzerland to win just because I was a Ronaldo fan. I'm still a Ronaldo fan just to shove him in his. He's just too much right now. He needs to.
Recency bias.
That is true. 100%. Brazil, South Korea. Melts.
Come on. South Korea has half a team. Brazil 3-0.
Okay. I think it'll be closer than that. Dr.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I think Brazil comes through, but I honestly think extra time too. I think South Korea has so much heart.
Okay. Every knockout game cannot go to extra time.
People. They're all going to. They're all going to. Remember, half the matches were 0-0.
It's the Sweet 16, baby.
The same thing. Because I think all these teams hung around. Every group had a team with 1 point that was still alive going into match day 3. Essentially every group, and we're gonna see that same thing. Every team's we just gotta hang around. I think we're gonna see a lot of. I think there's gonna be a lot of boring games, to be completely honest. Yeah.
Okay. So a couple of betting props I like this week. I'll take your calls on that. So one and two are kind of tied together. One is Gakpo, anytime scorer, and USA Netherlands. I think it's going to be a 1-0 game. And the prop for under 1.5 goals is plus 182. Dr. Gravel, any thoughts on my props for these two?
I think Gakpo anytime score is a decent bet. Because if Netherlands going to score, it's probably going to be him. I think that game goes over though. I don't know why. Just think it. Okay. I think it gets 1.5 just tough. I think I probably watched too much hockey where the over under is 5.5. Obviously, I get it. Soccer, 1.5 is very 1-0 games happen. It could be 0-0, right, and going to extra time or whatever. But no, I think it goes over.
Okay. The next one I really like. I don't know for what reason I like this one. Argentina, Australia, over 2.5 goals and over 3.5 goals. The props are plus 104 and plus 210. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Argentina, Australia. I don't know. Australia has that good of a defense. Mills, thoughts on over 3 goals?
Yeah, I already have Argentina scoring more. So I like that bet, and it's either going to be Messi or Enzo Fernandez who scores the first goal for Argentina. So yeah, I like the prop. I like the prop. I'm not so high on the Messi first score because anyone. I mean, of course they feed it to him, but still, anyone can really score on this Argentina team.
I like the Messi first goal because he has to rise up, and I think Argentina's gonna pull through. Something tells me Argentina is gonna win this World Cup. Right when I say that, they're gonna lose this game.
Argentina's gonna win the World Cup. That's my pick. Pre-tournament. I got the ticket. I got a ticket. I put money on it. I put my money where my mouth is.
Okay.
France,
another
back to back France.
Nope, no way. That's not happening. That's not happening. The other prop I like is Japan versus Croatia. Both teams to score plus 100. I think that's going to happen. Both teams are pretty
That's fair.
aggressive. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Dr. Gavel?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the four past Canada, so the Croatia can score. It's a reasonable bet. I think there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. So I'm just sprinkling on there. Yeah, why not? I mean, to be honest, that game could also go 0-0, and it probably wouldn't surprise me. But I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-1 game or even like a 1-1. I'm fine because both teams need to score.
Yeah.
I kind of like a Spain prop, but I'm not going to say it aloud because when I say it aloud, that never happens. And I'm going to refrain from any Spain props moving forward, at least for till the World Cup's done, because I want Spain to win, but it's not going to happen. Same with England, right? England will disappoint. England are the Dallas Cowboys. They disappoint right when they need to disappoint. Raise up the hopes, go to the semifinal, boom, lose, and crush everyone.
As Stephen A would say, they will find a way to get in their own way.
That is exactly what England. But again, like I said, Dr. Craywell has to support England. Like,
yeah, I'm there. They're gonna find me. They're gonna be like, you didn't support our team. They're always the most overrated team because everyone knows the names because that league is so popular, right? There's too many unknowns. Even though people like respect a country like Croatia, people don't really know more than like 4 or 5 guys on the squad.
Yep.
Right?
Everyone knows England players.
Like, yeah, but they're just like, oh, is Foden not playing? Like, how's Declan Rice not playing? Like,
it's coming home. And they sing that stupid song. Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a wonderful 8 games. I am super excited for this round. Hope everyone has fun in this game. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. We are a new soccer channel, part of the Fantasy Doctors. Check us out on YouTube at TFD Football. Dr. Graywall, amazing doctor, of course. He's our soccer doctor.
That's too much there.
Okay, you are the soccer doctor for us now. You're being branded. Yep,
soccer doc.
Hockey. Whenever I think Americans are interested in hockey, I hop on for a hockey video.
Well, as far as TikTok is concerned, you're the soccer doc. So
yeah,
there you go.
Doc.
That is true.
Let's go. So thanks, Mills. I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a wonderful, good luck, and enjoy your weekend, everybody.